But yeah, I think we've gone over everything, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And even though all my atheist friends, though, none of them wanted to touch this. Only one, and I'll give props to him if I can. Jim Hall from Atheist Edge, thank you very much for your support, because he was willing to go against the grain, because people know Kyle was an atheist, and they were not going to hold him accountable for anything. And I find that to be just dogmatic, ideological, and the same thing people complain about theistic, religious dogmatists out there that are fundamentalist. What's the difference? If you're not going to do what's right and just and moral, and you're not going to do what is clearly, in the best case, evidentially, then why are you going to consider yourself to be a skeptic or critical thinker?
Atheist Edge, TJ, Jim, hi. Here we go. Oh, another Islamic one, it looks like.
Yeah.
You read it.
Okay.
See, I
Okay,
threw
so
these.
you're going to throw it up. You're going to throw it up back there, right?
No, yeah, they're looking at it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I grabbed these random, and to be honest with you, I barely looked at them. The ones that kind of struck me as, ooh, that's something to talk about, and I just threw it on. So
basically, they're reading at the same time we are, and this is a reaction from us type video.
Yeah, I kind of had a little head start, but yeah.
I mean, show intolerance for others' religions, expects highest level of tolerance for their own.
Now, even though this is probably a Muslim in the picture, that could apply to any religion.
Yeah.
And think about it. And it just happened the other day on Facebook. Someone was complaining about, I think it was a war on Christmas thing. Now that it's kind of gearing up for Christmas time, but here the non-Christians are encroaching on, Christianity is under attack.
The war on Christmas.
Yeah, well, the war on Christmas, yeah, but Christianity's under attack, and they're not letting us do this and do that. What exactly do Christians want to do that they can't already? Just let's name them. What would Christians want to do that they can't do already? Put 10 Commandments monuments in a courthouse.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Be careful what you wish for, because then you're going to get a 7-foot tall. How do you pronounce
Baphomet.
it? Baphomet.
That's how you get
big,
Baphomet
like
statues.
Satan guy.
Yeah, he's a goat character going like this, and he's got the.
Who's it? Lucian Greaves, the Satanic Temple guy. Yeah. So be careful. You're going to get a 7-foot tall granite Satan in your courthouse too, because this is how United States works. You let one religion in,
all or none.
You can't treat a single religion. You can't give them special privileges over the other religions. So do you want a big Satan in your courthouse? That's how you get a big Satan in your courthouse. Okay, what else? What else?
Bible taught as historical text in school, in public schools.
You can.
They would like that.
You can teach the Bible.
Not
in
as a
schools.
historical text, only as comparative religion.
There you go. Exactly. and what's wrong with that? Christians, believers in the comment section, tell me what's wrong with that. A kid and bring God back into schools.
Yeah, well, the big one that they have a problem with is they think that prayer was removed from school, and you have to tell them all the time, well, no, prayer wasn't removed from school.
A kid can pray anytime he or she wants.
Any person can pray quietly to themselves if they so choose to. Staff cannot lead students who are essentially a captive audience in prayer, because you're essentially forcing them to observe tenets of possibly a religion that they don't belong to.
Mm-hmm. It's a fine line there. It's a fine line. My kids, when they were in high school, which was very recently, it was called Meet at the Flagpole. It's probably a big thing. It's probably across the country. So before school starts, the kids go out there and they meet around the flagpole and they do a prayer. Mm-hmm. And it's touchy, and every once in a while you'll get a teacher out there leading the prayer. Oh,
they're not supposed to.
Illegal.
That's
a violation of the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. If it's student-led and it doesn't affect normal school hours,
have a staff-led.
Right. So it's a fine line. And I always wonder, what?
They get away with the pledge because it's ceremonial deism.
Right. Same reason we have in God we trust on money.
Yeah. And the invocations that we see in government.
Let me get to that in a minute, but can you imagine how bad your local government would shit a chicken if they had meet me at a flagpole, and instead of holding your hands clasped in Christian prayer, it was a whole bunch of kids rolling out prayer mat and doing the imam, doing the Allah thing.
Praying to Mecca.
Oh God, yeah, they would shit a chicken. Tilden, are you all right? Okay. And
What would be really freak them out is if you had a bunch of students sitting in a circle around a flagpole and you were reading Darwin's freaking.
that gives them some ammunition because they already think scientism. They already think science is a religion, so that's just giving them too much ammunition.
Origin of species. Yeah.
The farther away from religion we get, the better.
Well, the thing, it seems weird though to me, is that like, yeah, they hate other religions, but they hate people without a religion even more. Like, they're like, well, we don't like that you pray to that Allah God. We don't like that. But man, if you don't even have a God, then they're like, whoa, what the hell is this?
There's Christian communities in Syria, maybe Iran, definitely Egypt. There's Christian communities. Well, and they don't get shit on, because in the Islamic community, if you're a Jew or a Christian, you still get shit on, but it's not near as bad as if you're an atheist.
In the rest of the world, I don't.
They're called people of the book. They're called people of the book. And
well, they're definitely treated better than apostates and atheists.
Oh, apostates worse than atheists.
It's worse than an atheist.
Yeah, being a Muslim once and then leaving
if you're
it,
at
that's
least
worse
a
than
follower
atheists.
of Abraham, you're still something to them, but you're lower than
They're
them.
called people of the book, and I don't know if any countries do it now. It's called jizya. I think it's abolished
They still
now.
get persecuted though.
Well, jizya, I don't think it's being used now, but up until recently, jizya was a heavy penalty tax. Jizya, man,
for being a non-Muslim in a Muslim majority country.
The spectators are going. First, I said shit a chicken. Now I said jizya. All right, spectators.
It is a thing. Yeah, it is an extra tax that non-Muslims have to pay for living in a Muslim majority nation.
So they do get But if you're, you know what the penalty you pay? It's not extra tax if you're an atheist. It's a
beheading.
If you or if you're Indonesia or Bangladesh
or a caning or whatever.
Yes, Tilden.
Yeah, along those lines, you're saying what a Christian would want would be to deport all the atheists in the United States to make this a Christian nation, but it still wouldn't make it a Christian nation. You still have Jewish and all other religions here.
I think that the problem though, when they use that word, they're trying to make it something that statement means something that it doesn't. I think saying this is a Christian nation isn't necessarily ignoring the fact that there were a lot of Christians in this country when the nation was founded. That's easy.
What Tilden's saying is they want a pure Christian nation where Christianity
it's based on the Bible, though, is what they want.
Based on the
they want a legislation.
Jesus Christ as the Savior.
Right.
So Jews are out too.
Well, most of these dominionists, though, that are the ones that are doing this, are saying that stuff, and those are the ones that are.
I don't know, man. I think it's more than just the crazy
I know that, but I think that a lot of those people that say it innocuously, they're just saying it. This is a Christian nation.
They don't really want
hippies,
that.
Whatever. Not necessarily that they don't want it, but that they're not really gonna. If they're rank and file, they're just a nominal Christian that's out there. They're not gonna take up, arms and go out there and start shooting folks because of whatever,
like the people that voted for Brexit. They didn't really want it. They just voted for it for a goof.
I mean, they're trying to get it. And
careful what you wish for. Yeah,
they're trying to get out. They're trying to get out of it with their money intact. Is what they're trying to do. Is because
that's
a different. Yeah, that's a different thing altogether.
Let's push on. We're gonna have to really. This is small writing. Okay, humans. This is an actual quote. Humans evolved after chimps and pigs had sex. That was an actual quote. And that evolution, because stupidity knows no bounds. And that supposedly was said by Eugene McCarthy, an evolutionism believing American geneticist. First off, I question that was ever said by anybody in a scientific field. And if you ever see or hear the word evolutionism, it's not from a scientist, and it's not by an atheist or a non-believer or a skeptic. Because evolutionism, that's a pejorative term that's meant to try to get your toe in the door and win the argument before we even start talking. Evolutionism, worldview.
It's poisoning the well.
Yeah, there's a lot of words. In fact, right behind us right now, because I have a list somewhere of all the words that you'll hear Christians use to try to sound smart that you'll never hear an atheist use. Neo-Darwinist. New atheist. I'm almost 52 years old, and somehow I've been called a new atheist. I've been an atheist literally my entire life, but somehow I'm a new atheist. I understand what they're trying to say. Yeah, same, Carl.
Chimps having sex with pigs sounds like your basic Tinder date to me.
Well,
we got our resident comedian in the house, folks. All right.
Okay.
So. Okay, first off, let's just for the sake of argument, that Eugene McCarthy is an American geneticist. And for the sake of argument, let's say he did say humans evolved after chimps and pigs had sex. It had to have been tongue-in-cheek, and he had to have been talking about the crazy stuff that evolution deniers would say.
It could have also been a complete fabrication or a quote mine.
Or completely out of context. Yeah, Tilden.
I think that's a couple of different ways. I mean, did they have sex after watching pigs have sex? Did they just turn them on or what?
First
I don't
off,
even understand that. I don't even understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't.
A chimpanzee and any pig species could not have a viable offspring. Horses and donkeys have viable offsprings. They can make a mule, right? And mules are usually sterile.
They're sterile, though.
Not always, but I think
That's
they're usually...
because one is a subspecies
right,
of the other.
Exactly. And I think a wolf can still procreate with any domesticated dog, right? So yeah, there's some... That's what evolution is. It's not black or white. It's this varying shades, Oh, go ahead, Tilden.
Would either one of them be attracted to each other, and who would be the top?
He's trying to take your title, Carl. He's trying to take the comedian title. Okay, let's move on.
That is a weird one. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay, so yeah, this is good. It's a Jim from The Office, and it's the scene where he's looking through the blinds, and his plan,
He's got that smug.
his sly, smug plan is unfolding apparently on one of the episodes, and it's my anti-vax mom, right? I didn't get my son vaccinated, and he's still a healthy teenager. My dad, who got me secretly vaccinated.
And here's his dad. If my wife, fortunately my wife is smart, so this didn't happen, but if it were to have happened, I totally would have taken my kids secretly and got them vaccinated. Oh, look, and then she can spout it all day. My kids are healthy and fine, see? Vaccinations are the devil.
Yeah.
And I'm just...
I know a couple otherwise intelligent adults who, in that area, are very retarded.
And with vaccination, it's not just the believers. It's equally as bad on the non-believer side.
Yeah, especially that new agey yoga mom.
Yep.
New agey crystal hugger.
The ones
mom.
that buy stuff from what's her name?
Essential oils.
Goop.
Yeah.
Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Essential oils and Reiki healing and
yes, and the little jade egg.
Chiropractic and
yeah, exactly. Okay, that'll do it that's a nice short episode, nice and tight.
That's what she's.
Oh, now this is a good chance to kill two stones with one bird. So I got something to say, TJ, and I'll probably say it again. Remind me to say this we'll try to say this in a couple episodes, but what I want to do, a lot of you don't realize that we have a Teespring, and we have some pretty cool merchandise. How do I say this? So here's it's not a promotional, but if you buy any product through our Teespring site, and that link is in the description section, take a photo of yourself wearing it, send that to us. The email, there's a million ways to send it to us. Just look in the description section, send that to us, and we will put it in an episode. And if any information you want to put with it that you feel comfortable putting with it, we'll add to it as well. We might even talk about it on camera.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So any saved rounds? That's it?
No.
All right. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Flip out of the fucking carriage again. And make sure this is plugged in good because it wasn't a minute ago. Now I probably screwed everything up.
Nope.
My back knee. No, it's,
Acne.
wow, that's a good camera.
You're the one that
You
said
can see
back
around
knee.
corners.
Gotta